Hello everybody and welcome to Creativity Time. My name is Tatiana. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Australia, and I come live here on Facebook once a week to hopefully inspire you to spend some time being creative. Being creative for me is a must. It's part of my identity. But it is also relaxing and fun, and what I have discovered that I really love about card making is that you can make something, have a wonderful time, and then send it to someone and really brighten their day. I love getting text messages to say, I received your card in the mail, how beautiful, or you've made my day, or all those kind of sentiments. I've got to say though, I'm terrible at sending. Something I'm going to try to work on this year, particularly for birthdays. For birthdays, I feel as if I should customize the card to the person, because when you're in a shop and you pick a card, you think about the person you're buying it for. So with the cards, I'm like, I need to customize this, and that puts such much stress and pressure on me. So that's given me an idea. My lives, if you haven't watched before, I kind of pretty much wing it every time. But I have picked the stamp set, and we're going to turn it into a birthday card because we can. Anyhow, so let's flip down and check out what product bundle I have picked for today. So here we are. Hello Priscilla, thank you for joining me. I have picked the Rainbow of Happiness. It was definitely that standout product in the new January to June mini catalogue for me. So that's this catalogue right here, and it's on page, well, it kind of spills a little bit onto page 19, but 18/19. And I love that this punch is a standalone punch. It's the cloud punch, and it works really beautifully. I love the sparkle and shine sequins. Again, standalone product that wasn't designed to coordinate, but it coordinates beautifully. But I've also pulled out these faux sea glass shapes because they're really pretty and I haven't used them, and but I would really like to incorporate them somehow today. And when I was saying birthday cards just a minute ago, I thought, let's make a birthday card. We will put happy birthday. So I'm going to grab a sentiment. Hello, Roz. We've got this we've got happy birthday we could use, or really love the happy birthday in the sweet ice cream. So I'll see which one we'll end up using. But hello, Sherry. Let's see what we create. But I love this. I love that some of the sentiments curve, and I love stamping them over the actual arc. Don't have a sample, but you can use it as one of the arcs on its own without the background. So yes, lots of exciting stuff, and I'm currently in full steam ahead with my retreat. So the retreat is based around this stamp set. That means this is all I can think about. So I thought this is what I have to do the live with. Okay, so I have got all my stamps mounted, and if you're curious, I do have a video both on Facebook and YouTube sharing some tips on and Instagram actually, on how to mount these stamps. Now that's a little dirty from being out on my table, so I'm just going to give that a quick clean. I'm going to use the Stampin' Mist because it'll just give it that thorough clean. Now let's of course start stamping the rainbow, and I'm thinking let's stamp a more monochromatic rainbow, and I'm thinking greens because of the faux sea glass. Now, I always forget what colours I use, so I'm going to just look that up. Let's flip to the catalogue. The catalogues have a great index at the back if you ever needed to check something and you can't remember what page it is on. So the faux sea glass is on page 33. I can flip to 33. I remember what suite they're part of. And they are Old Olive, Just Jade, and White. I do love Just Jade. Let's start with that. And what other greens go well with Just Jade? Bringing out my trusty little got the Just Jade separate. Oh no, I should have it incorporated. Let me know, what do you do with birthday cards? Do you coordinate them to the recipient? Or do you just kind of see what you have on hand and go, oh, they'll like that, and send that card? Maybe I'm being too... there's Just Jade. Got more of a bluey green tone to it. Ooh, that's nice. Or do you just send the card? Just Jade. I think Shaded Spruce is a great colour. It's the darker version. I'm not a fan of Old Olive, so I'm avoiding that, which is this one. And the tones are a bit different. I am thinking Mint Macaron though. Where's that? Yes, Mint Macaron would definitely be a good go-to next. And you know what? Let's just do 3 colours. So you don't have to use all 4 arcs. You could choose whether you use the bigger 3 or the smaller 3. And I'm thinking, let's go with the bigger 3. Done. Now, because this is photopolymer, I do prefer to stamp on a mat. It just gives you a better impression. I'm just bringing in my Stamp and Pierce mat. And I should have kept the cleaner out because I will need that. Put that to the side. And I need a piece of basic white, which is here. And let's start with the Shaded Spruce. I'm going to be too organised. I'm going to grab the envelope and another piece of basic white to stamp the inside of the card. And because I'm going to be doing that, I need a smaller piece of grid paper to cover the phone. I saw you've got a comment there, Roz, about what you do with birthday cards, and I'll have a read of that after I finish the live, but I look forward to hearing how you do that. Okay, and the rainbow does fit beautifully if you turn your ink pad around. And so I'm going to stamp, starting with the big one, and I might just do a stamped off version as well, because I don't know which colour combo I'll prefer. Which would mean that I don't know which one I'm stamping on the envelope. This is the Just Jade, that was our starting point. And for this, you just kind of line up the bottom edges and make sure it's pretty even-ish. That's very similar in colour, isn't it? That looks good. I'm liking the stamped off version a lot better. And finally, the Mint Macaron. There is a difference between Shaded Spruce and Just Jade, but I've got a feeling my Just Jade was... Well, they don't look uninked, do they? But I'm loving this one where it's stamped off. So that's what we'll do for the inside of the card. And actually I might start with the Mint Macaron. I'm going to stamp that off and stamp that there. Let's work the same arc. This one I'm going to... There. Oh, I didn't have to do that. It could have kept going. Stamp off. That's Just Jade. Now I can line that up. Paddy's Day coming up? Because this is giving me a St. Paddy Day vibe. You know, the very green. And shaded spruce. This is just the inside of the card. Just, you know, to decorate it. And I always like to decorate the envelope too. I feel as if no card is complete until both are done. There. Perfect. And I'm going to close up these ink pads. And before we do anything else, or before we cut out our rainbow, I am going to take, what's this? There. I love this one. The little arc of rays, which is one of a few that's not mounted. But what I'm going to do is place it over the arc that it belongs to, which is that one. And grab a block. And we're going to add that. We've got two different options, which we're going to test, or sort of test. So that was mint macaron stamped off. I can do this in mint macaron dark, which is quite fun. I'll just lift that up. So I could do that, or we're going to do it. Or, as we're going to do, if you didn't want to do what I'm about to do, you don't have to. Or, we're going to use heat and stick powder. So bring in the Versamark, heat and stick, and we might even do it on the inside of the card too, just because we can. There's the heat and stick, and the heat tool. And then we're going to add the gilded leafing and really bring out that St. Paddy Day feel. Not that it's coming up, or I don't even celebrate it, so I don't even know when it is. It's just the green tones. Oops. My spoon holder disconnected. I've got the heat and stick all ready to go. Okay. Ink up in Versamark. Add the heat and stick. I was using it the other day and my husband said, "What's that smell?" I'm like, yes, it does have a distinctive smell. Good thing videos don't transfer. Videos don't have the right word. But good thing you can't smell what I can smell. Perfect. I'm going to put the spoon inside. And we now need to heat it. It's called heat and stick so that it will become tacky, the gilded leafing. Done. And I've got very little in this container. I've still got the big tub, so it's not as if I'm out of it, but I like the idea of using up these scraps. Don't want them to go to waste. And look, they're perfect for this small kind of detail. Don't need to grab a big new sheet of gilded leaf. Look at that, isn't that fun? Is that focused? There. Look at that shine. And grab the card inside and do the same thing. So yes, don't throw out these the bits that you're rubbing off when you use your gilded leaf. They are still usable. And just use them on parts where you've got less detail or they're smaller in area. There we go. Does get on your fingers. Back there. Okay, so that's my inside. I've got my envelope done. Put those both up here, and now we're going to fussy cut our rainbow out, which isn't that hard to do. The inside arc is probably the hardest, and this one's not so bad because we've chosen to just use the 3 arcs, and that gives us that little bit of extra room in the arc. There's our rainbow, and what color base? I've got lots of green here. I'm thinking not green. We'll do basic white. But we'll emboss it. And I know the perfect embossing folder. Where'd it go? There it is. It's the Painted Texture 3D embossing folder, but I'm thinking I want to stamp on it first. So before I emboss, I will stamp that. Just take the rainbow arcs out of our way so that their ink doesn't transfer onto our project. We need the sentiment as well. I just love that sentiment. But this one's really fun too. Now let's keep it simple. Do the happy birthday. Happy birthday. Fussy cut that out. I think so. I'm going to use the back of that, and we'll stamp it in Just Jade, which was our middle colour. This time we won't stamp off. Beautiful. Hi Anne, how's it going? Thank you. Keep that now. I will fussy cut this, but you'll see it doesn't take that long. Depends on how detailed you fussy cut, really. I do go silent while I fussy cut, concentrating. You're welcome, Anne. I've permanently kept the closed captions on, or keep the closed captions on, because I don't want people such as yourself missing out just because of something minor as that. I'm going to cut these into, well, I'll separate them, should I say. Da. The hardest bit with fussy cutting is that last little bit. Now this could work with any color scheme that you'd like. I've just chosen green because of the faux sea glass. They're not really gems, they're called shapes, but you know, the embellishment that I wanted to use, I'm kind of working backwards. I think most people probably pick the embellishment based on what they have created, but there's no right or wrong. So I'm trying to keep the rest of the card not too green. I'm tempted to use a green base. Just feel it'll tie it all nicely together. And Just Jade will be leaving soon in a couple of months, so want to get okay, let's stamp on this. Let's bring our foam. Let's see what else is in the stamp set. We've got some lines, we've got some dots, we've got some water marks. I saw something really fun with that, so let's go with that, which we already have out. I'm going to use the Just Jade. I'm going to stamp off and kind of just create a background. And what's fun is that our card, it's got that in the gold gilded leafing. So it's not going to, it's going to coordinate but not overtake. One more there. Perfect. And let's do some little love hearts. Where are they? Doesn't matter if they're not fully stamping like the first couple. So we're really creating a lot of texture in this project, both visual and, since we'll emboss it, physical. Okay, let's bring in Big Baler. Place that into the embossing folder. And we'll bring in Big Bailey. Just this way. Little Miss is very excited at this point. She loves Big Bailey. Well, she loves Mini Bailey, I think, the best. She loves die cutting. Actually, I think I normally put the stickers on the back, but I put it on the front, so flipping this over. Not that it matters, but I'm going by the logo. Stampin' Up logo is on the front, whereas the copyright's on the back. But you know, if you want the texture to be the other way around, you can totally... Ah, this is the 3D embossing folder, so I need to remove our plates. Plate number 2 and bring in plate number 4. Just pay attention to what I'm doing. Oh, I love it. That is so much fun. And yeah, I'm going to use just jade for the card base. I'm going to need to cut that. So this is what I love about the rainbow stamp set, is you can go full on rainbow, or you can be really fun and go monochromatic, or you could go I think it's pronounced triadic, where you use 3 colors next to each other. That's monochromatic is same color but different tones, as we're doing. And the tri is the 3 colors forming a triangle on the color wheel. But then there's also, you could use 3 colors that are next to each other. So I could have gone blue, yellow, and green. And that also works. Just, the set is so fantastic for experimenting with color combinations. And I am a bit of a color geek, and I love the color wheel. So that's partly why I get so excited about this. There's so many possibilities. Now, I want our rainbow to stand out a tad more, otherwise the background can get a bit busy. So my favorite trick for that is vellum. Vellum, 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 which I'm running low on. I keep forgetting to order it. Let's see. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. So one way to use vellum is just to kind of place a sheet in the middle. This is kind of perfectly sized, and then add your detail. And see, that just softens the background that little bit, gives it extra interest. So if I pull that back, you see the difference. So that's one way. Another way would be to punch out some clouds. And I think I'm going to do both. I'm going to use this. Let's decide where this is going first so that I can hide the adhesive behind it. Oh, that's cute. Doing the happy and the birthday. I should just lower the camera instead of constantly raising things. I like that. So I now know that I can add, what I can even do, this is even better. Because vellum, when you're using vellum, adhesive shows through, which is a bit of a bummer. But one way is to hide the adhesive behind elements that you will have. And when you're not 100% sure where those elements are going to be, it's a bit hard to hide. So you can hide it. Just going to cut some clouds out, 3 clouds in fact. You can hide it, so you can stick down your elements onto your vellum first, and then you can flip the vellum piece over and add the adhesive where those elements are, so that you're hiding it and you don't have to do the mental maths of where it is. If you got what I mean. This is the cloud punch that I pointed out in the catalogue, just I was talking about the vellum. Okay, so I'm going to do one cloud there, one here. I'm going to flip that one, kind of put it there. The birthday will sit on a cloud. Oh, my phone is doing something. I wanted to make it easier, but no, not going to happen. Okay, got a general layout going. We'll use glue dots. So we'll need glue dot there. So I want to put the rainbow glue dot there. I want to put the rainbow on dimensionals. And the dimensions there. Oh no, those are the minis. Found it. Making sure that's still where I want it to be. Now I'm not centering the rainbow, it's sort of in the center but slightly down. And that is very purposeful actually. One good thing about vellum is that if you do make a mistake with glue dots, just need to lower them a bit, that the glue dots do peel off without leaving a mark. Let's try that again. Ooh, glue dot did not attach. Can place that rainbow exactly where I want it. And this rainbow will have the birthday, and I could use the multi-purpose liquid glue, but because I've got the glue dots out, I'm just going to use them, and I will attach that birthday. So so this is what I mean. Attach your element first and then add the adhesive hiding it. So there we go. You can't see any of the adhesive on the vellum. It's nicely hidden. And are you happy? Has to go, not has to, but it looks better on the rainbow. It's hiding the rainbow beginning. Though I think I saw the end of the rainbow the other day. I was driving home after school drop off and it was a bit misty, and I swear I saw the end of the rainbow. And I've got to say, I couldn't find the pot of gold. I was very disappointed. Where is that pot of gold? Okay, so now that this is all sorted and organized, we can flip. Oh, that would be a fun card to make. One of those vellum cards. Another time, hey? And I'm not liking the new positioning of the... So now I'm going to just add glue dots to where I can see that there are elements. And so that won't show through the vellum. Line that up. Press that down. Let's add the card insert. Can't forget that. Won't use glue dots for that. We'll use the trusty liquid glue. And to finish off, we're going to add the faux sea glass elements, which is kind of the inspiration for today's card. Let's do 3 there. Oh, we're missing one. And go 1, 2 here. They're very subtle, but I really love them. And let's go with some of the white ones as well. Actually, nah, I don't think it needs it. There we go. A rainbow happy birthday with coordinating inside. Bit of gold, hopefully send someone some luck on their birthday. Or if someone's birthday is on St. Pat, I don't know why I keep, well, I know why I keep going back to St. Paddy's Day. It surprises me because I've never celebrated it. Not once. But anyone who likes green, and you could make this in a variety of colors. You could have really a lot of fun creating a different combination. And do you know what? There are white sea glass elements, and you could color them with your Stampin' Blends to coordinate with whatever color you have chosen, or you could use some sort of other embellishment. My favorite also is the iridescent sequence. So there we have it. Thank you so much for joining me. Just flip over here and say thank you. I hope you enjoyed that. I like to bring up the card. I feel naked on my own here. So here is the project. I hope that I have inspired you to check out the Rainbow of Happiness bundle. It has brought me a lot of happiness, and everything that I have used in today's project and everything I use in all my videos are available in my online store, are available to purchase at my online store. And I would really appreciate your support. I get so excited when people decide to choose me. It's such a honor to be chosen as your demonstrator. Anyhow, thank you so much, and I'll catch you next time. Hopefully next week, if I'm not too overwhelmed with retreat prep. Otherwise the following week, which will be in March. Bye for now.